Guys, this is Vo for Monad Radio. This is the very first episode, and it's very fitting to have this one as an episode. So stay tuned. Let's talk about Magdalene Rose. Before we talk about Magdalene Rose, talk a little bit about Monad Radio. Monad Radio is a future radio station. But for now, Monad Radio is a YouTube channel wanting to bring light into darkness. And here on Monad Radio, this is a perfect topic to start with because Monad Radio is about finding the hidden character inside of you, of all of us, and learning to live with the Christ inside of us, help the Christ inside of us grow to share love to other people. And Magdalene Rose has been around for quite a while in the Christian music scene. She started off with her sisters, GFM, Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh. They had backlash a little bit when they were doing their band together. And then the band dismembered, and Magdalene Rose went to the top on her own, started doing concerts on their own, and then got playing with 7 Day Slumber, which is on, I believe she's on record label 7 Day Slumber. And about a week ago or less, she posted on Facebook just talking about how she was really frustrated. It was a very long rant about how frustrating it was that she had been playing music and she basically got canned from churches because of the way she dressed and the way her music sounded. That they literally saw and canceled the music, canceled the whole tour because of it. That one show. Might have been more than one show, I'm not sure. But one show for sure. All right, guys, so it's not the 90s anymore. It's 2026. The church is broken, but people are human and people are all created by God. And we're all together monad, right? According to the monad teachings of the Gnostics, if you will. But all that aside, it's 2026. Churches should be embracing people like Magdalene Rose and other bands. Let's get metal bands into churches. Let's play some stuff. Why not? You get all these worship bands coming in that are like Hillsong and whatever other ones that are big right now, and they're in their top dollar, huge productions in a church, and they're doing it all for worship music. And why not metal? Bad church, whatever church it was that decided not to book her, they missed out on so many opportunities to reach people that they wouldn't normally reach. I say that because most of the time, people that are in churches that are like that, they go there for social hour, drink their coffee, a little bit of worship, and then get a message that's very watered down. Very watered down. No one's talking about what Jesus talked about. Not really. That's a whole other story for another episode. But metal bands, faith bands, why are we giving so much flack? This isn't the 90s, this is not the 80s. Why are we doing this? Stryper had this problem because of their music. Not even metal. Like Amy Grant, when she had her divorce. Christian music basically just said goodbye, kick you off the curb, till Mercy Me brought her on tour. Church is broken. But, we all know that, right? Magdalene Rose and any other metal band, male, female people that are in the bands, I want to tell you right now, what you do changes people's lives. I was a radio DJ at KOKF 91 FM in Oklahoma City, and I worked a lot of shows in Oklahoma City and in the Oklahoma City area. A lot of them were at churches, but there were some that were not at churches. And that was church, man. So many people coming together, different walks of life, and getting to hear the gospel and getting to impact with people, go in and be impacted by people's the music, right? Brought everybody together because everybody loved the music and the style, the culture. And even then, when I was in my school, I was a youth advocate person for 180 youth group. And one day, a kid came in with a Godsmack shirt, had a pentagram on the back of it, and one of the older people in the church wanted to kick the kid out. Don't know if you know much about 180, but 180, it would be a thing where kids would come in. I'm getting a phone call. Kids would come in from different housing situations, and they would come in. Sometimes that was the only church they went to, just to get out of their house, right? And they were like, oh, we should send this kid home because he got a pentagram on his shirt. We're the church. You're supposed to let people in no matter what, like how they are. Come as they are, especially a kid. But why? Why am I talking about this in 2026? I don't understand. I'm so frustrated I have to have a sip of my Red Bull, man. I don't understand it. I don't know why, after all these years, from the late 90s to now, the world has changed a lot. But you would think that the way people think about Christ and about loving people, you think that would have improved by now. Joke's on me, right? Comment below if the joke's on you, because I'm pretty sure it is. But Magdalene Rose, keep up, sister. Keep on doing what you're doing. You've gotten so many people on backing you up. And probably a good thing we don't know who that church is. Who knows? Maybe we do know. I don't know. But Christian metal, Christian rock, Christian hip hop, I call those the alternative Christian music. Ones that can do outreach, even if it's not deemed outreach by what a church would call, because it's part of the lifestyle and it's out there in the middle of it all, and you're just living life. I've been to many metal shows over the years that weren't Christian bands, and the community there is insane. It is insane how amazing the community is. I've been to a couple of shows here in Medford. My buddy Omar and Josh for the Metal Mixtape here in Southern Oregon. They are amazing. They're doing so much amazing. They're doing God's work, guys. They really are doing God's work. And there's not hardly any Christian bands playing. You know why? Because they're building the community, reaching people where they are, and just loving people. How hard is that? So, if you're a person that goes to church, and if I called you out on going on a Sunday, having coffee, your worship and your message, I'm not trying to say that's wrong. I'm not saying that's bad. It's great, you go do that. But then how many of you after that day are going to go back out and have lunch, dinner somewhere and treat your waiter or waitress horrible, or having road rage or anything like that? We're all human. That's basically all I'm trying to say. So let's treat people with respect. We're out here just trying to reach people. And Magdalene Rose, keep on rocking, sister. And every other band out there, artist out there that is doing the Lord's work, keep on. I'm inspired. Monad Radio is YouTube focused. Someday I'm going to build that radio station, online radio station. But for now, it's going to be here on YouTube and on Instagram. I appreciate you guys so much. May the Vo be with ya on Monad Radio.